I'm Laura, welcome to my kitchen. Have you ever found yourself in a pinch to make something real quick to take to an event or a party? I'm going to teach you how to make Maxine Wooley's chocolate peanut butter cookies. Come on in, let me show you what we need. We're going to need 3 cups of quick cooking oats, 2 cups of granulated sugar, a half a cup of peanut butter, a third a cup of cocoa powder, a half of a cup of sweet milk, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I never thought whenever I picked this cookbook up at a thrift store years ago that I would use this recipe as much as I do. This is Miss Maxine herself. This is her recipe. This cookbook is from the West End Church of God here in Pikeville, Tennessee, and it's called A Taste of Heaven. I've been making these cookies for over 15 years and everybody seems to love them. I've took them to work functions and to funerals and to parties and all kinds of things. These cookies have gone by many different names. Michael Hastings of the Winston-Salem Journal mentioned that they went by preacher cookies and peanut butter delights, chocolate no-bake cookies, and just simply no-bake cookies. They're a quick and easy dish. Debbie Main of thespruce.com mentions that every good Southern woman should be able to take something to an event or a party, and this should fit just that bill. So what we're going to need to do first is prepare and then assemble, and then we're going to taste and troubleshoot. So in order to prepare, I get everything ready beforehand because once it all gets going, it goes pretty quickly. So the first thing that we need to do is turn our stove to medium-high heat, which I've already done that right now. And we're going to take a stick of butter from my butter pig here. We're going to put it in this pot, and we're going to allow it to melt. Now, I talked to Maxine's granddaughter, Jessica Angel. We had a personal interview, and she told me that she vividly remembers her grandmother making these for her, and she's passed that recipe on down through her family, and she makes them for her children as well. A little bit about the history. Angela Hush from botefromthepast.com said that the recipe originated back in the Depression, but it really boomed and exploded with the popularity of Crisco and margarine in the 1950s. I like to use a coated whisk in order to combine all my ingredients because I don't want to scratch your pan. So once we let this butter melt, I'm going to go ahead and set my timer for 1 minute. So all I have to do is press start when we get to that point. Okay, once your butter's melted, you're going to go ahead and add in your 2 cups of granulated sugar. You're going to add in your milk. And your cocoa powder. I'm going to stir until that's all combined, and then we're going to bring that to a boil. These cookies have also went by the name of cow pie. You can imagine why. So I just stir it real well and make sure everything is good and incorporated. Once everything looks really well incorporated, just let it come to a boil. And a watch pot never boils, so I'm going to look away. Okay, it's starting to come to a boil. You want to make sure it's at a rolling boil before you start your timer for 1 minute. So once all the bubbles reach the sides, that's when I'm going to go ahead and start my timer. We let this boil for exactly 1 minute. Once your timer goes off, don't forget to turn your stove off. Go ahead and remove it from the heat. First thing you want to do is add your vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon, your half a cup of peanut butter, and your 3 cups of quick cooking oats. Grab your spoon, stir until everything is combined. The cool thing about these cookies is you can make them as big or as little as you want to. Miss Maxine's recipe says by the tablespoon, but I like them big. So we're going to drop them by the spoonful onto this wax paper. Very important that we have the wax paper so they don't stick to anything. And it's okay if they look a little shiny and you think those are never going to set up because they're kind of liquidy, because they will. Just complete dropping them on out to the paper. I hope you've enjoyed this tasty, quick, and easy recipe that I've shared with you, and I hope that you try Miss Maxine Wooley's chocolate oatmeal cookies by yourself. And remember that it's very important to prepare before you cook. And thank you for coming to my kitchen, and don't forget to lick your spoon.